Hi, Pisces. Howdy, howdy. This is Jamie. Welcome to Soulvine Guidance. Happy birthday for our Pisces today and those who may have celebrated in the last couple of days. I realized it kind of swam past me. So, sending you a whole bunch of love and appreciate you being here, and welcome to our new subscribers and viewers. Thank you so much. Subscribing doesn't cost anything. Obviously watching these videos is your time invested, and I appreciate you being here. So I just want to let you know that I enjoy connecting in with our Pisces. So this is for sun, moon and rising energies. You're welcome to relate this to your Venus energy or your North Node energy. To get some further insight if you like to get a little bit deeper astrologically and kind of understand your chart. So, feel welcome and cross watchers. So Pisces, let's see what is going down and how we can support you today. All right, connecting in. So we've got let's just start here. The Empress energy, the Page of Pentacles. What else do we need to know? And the Justice energy. Let's get one more, please, Spirit. Thank you. So I'm feeling like there's some significant win here, and this is like pretty straightforward. It seems for some of you that there's been a pretty open opportunity that's come towards you, Pisces, it seems here with this Empress energy. And a Page of Pentacles, it's like some offer has, showed up, okay? You attracted something in, you called something in. This is obviously by putting something out. It's like you're getting the response back and someone's presented you with an offer. I don't know exactly what this is, but what I'm seeing here is that somewhere along the path, it was like, this offer just may not be meeting the bar or hitting the level that makes things feel really good or balanced. And I feel you do come to some form of agreement that's more favorable is what I'm getting here, Pisces, okay? And with the Four of Pentacles showing up, it's like, yeah, you're getting what it is that you want, and it's helping support you with what you need. And whatever the vision that you have, it's putting you in a very strong place. So this could be related to a job. Maybe the initial offer wasn't like crash hot. You wanted more. They kind of undercut you or undercharged you. So whatever you've done next, it's like bigger things are coming. Bigger things are coming towards you that feel better, that feel right. Okay. So that's what's showing up here initially. Let's dive a bit deeper and see what this Empress energy is about and what we need to know here with this Empress energy. Thank you, Spirit. So we've got the Ten of Wands showing up, the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. So I think at some point here, Pisces, what I'm gathering and what's coming through, maybe you haven't felt like you were bringing in or attracting in the things that you really wanted because you just had so much going on or so much on your plate. It wasn't easy to get back into this state of, the word that's coming through is flow. But you kept pushing through. You kept pushing through with this Nine of Wands energy, and something here's shifted or something here's changed. Okay, I don't know if this is a change you directly made, but it could just be that you changed the way you thought about something. You changed direction towards something. You changed. Yeah, I'm just getting like a bit around mindset, thinking. That helped shift this up. That helped make a change for the better. Okay. Let's get some more here and see what else is showing up. What are we walking away from here? What is the change? Thank you. Yeah, so it's coming into better collaboration. So this could be people that you spend a lot of time with. Maybe there's something that you wanted to learn, wanted to start afresh with. This could have been a partnership opportunity that you moved away from. But wherever you're heading towards, I feel like this is like a rewarding adventure. But to get the result that you're wanting or desiring, subject to where you are on this timeline, it just may not start out as fruitful, but I feel you'll get there. So we've got the star energy showing up here and the Ace of Swords with this Page of Pentacles. So I feel that you've learned something here, Pisces, with this Page of Pentacles energy. You've learned how to get honest with what it is that you want and asking for what it is that you want. And I feel like this is a big leap forward for you in terms of being confident in that. But more than anything, I don't think it's necessarily confidence as such. I think it's being courageous to ask for what you actually want. So whether it's more money, you know, whether it's you have certain needs and desires, whether it's, you know, picking up that phone to get that client, I don't know. There's just something here that I feel like you're nurturing and expanding within yourself, but it's helping you just learn a new truth about you. And I think you're feeling really good about it. You know, this is like this is a little uncomfortable in some way, you know, when we get to some truths of, I want to be better at this, or I want to do something like this because I've, you know, let myself down a little here. And I know I could probably do more or have more or be more. And there was just that little bit of barrier, with your own experiences in life. Like maybe you haven't been able to ask for what you want because you've always been put down or rejected or something of that nature, right? That someone has done that to you at some point in your life. And that's what comes up for you every single time. But the more that you kind of flex that muscle or practice that, you realize it gets a little bit easier and then a little bit easier. And then you might challenge yourself a little bit more. And I feel like this is like now you're not worrying about it. You're not worrying about it how you used to, okay? Let's have a look at this Justice energy and what we need to know. Justice. The Hermit and the Seven of Wands. This is interesting because I'm gathering here that sometimes we may not see that things are working out for us and people see the truth of the situation, okay? And maybe too, that's another part is like when something's happening or someone's doing something and it's like, well, you don't know my side or understand my side. You don't care about that anymore is what I'm getting, is like, you know the truth of the matter. You know that by being bold and setting boundaries and doing what you need to do for you, doing that inner work and part of that journey as well for you, gaining further insight on who you really are and the truth of that, that's what matters to you. It's not anymore what other people may think, what they may believe. I think you know that if people are playing that or operating to that level, it's that energy's beneath you and it's not something you want to participate in, okay? So yeah, I'm just, it's really interesting insight that I think you're learning through some experience here or something that you're seeking, and something that you're asking for. Because I feel like you're asking for something here with some form of truth that you now have or realize, Pisces. Four of Pentacles, what do we need to know? Four of Pentacles. Got the Two of Pentacles. What else do we need to know? Nice. So if there has been some aspect here, which I talked about, potential negotiations on something here, Pisces, maybe you took some time to do further research, further understanding, but you knew you were moving forward and you knew or have been knowing that you're not going to let this pass you. Again, this may not have happened yet or may be happening, but this is kind of saying, look a little bit further, take a little bit of insight, whether you need to speak to someone to get further clarity. It could just be Googling, friends. There's a lot of information, YouTubing, right? There's a lot of information you can get online to help support you. But sometimes we need to go that little bit of an extra mile to talk to someone who has the expertise to, you know, just to further validate what you need to know about some form of negotiation or contract, something here that just feels like you're going to be talking about money somewhere along this path and journey, okay? Or your needs and what you want. And to get it, the result that you desire, you need to have these conversations. But you already know that. We can see that you're learning this. You know that there's no more, I don't feel there's fear around it. You just want to go in to something with foresight, with understanding, not being like blindsided, right? So whatever's coming forth here for you that I feel puts you in a good position, Pisces, with this Two of Pentacles, I think you like dealing with more than one thing, okay? For you, you need the variety, and there's some groundedness in that, in variety, okay? They do say variety is the spice of life, right? So there could be multiple things or more than one opportunity that comes from some win. This could be a decision that you need to make, but I don't know, for some reason, for some of you, I feel like you're going to figure it out. You're going to learn how to manage this, and you're happy to move forward with whatever's coming on through with this opportunity. It's like you're taking control of this and just moving ahead. So I don't know, for some of you, I'm going to further clarify this, but what do we need to know here with this Two of Pentacles? Because there's something here that just... Okay. So this could be career related, money related, home life related, okay? When it comes to you managing it. You could say the word juggle. I don't know. I mean, for me, I know people talk about how important structure is, but if you structure me too much, it is like, what's the word? Too constricting for me. It's like I feel like I can't breathe. Don't put me in a box, right? I don't operate well like that. I remember I had one of my business partners, and his wife just used to organize everything all the time. And it's like I didn't have 5 minutes in between meetings and stuff like that. And I would just be like, and then they'll be talking about meetings in front of me. I'm like, and making plans for me. And I'm like, you recognize I'm sitting right here. If you want to ask me what works for me, you're welcome to do so, instead of planning my life without my input. And it's like so overwhelming, right? So we all have our way of operating and being, okay? And sometimes people are highly structured. My husband's highly structured. So we're kind of different. I'm more spontaneous, fluid. I don't like to be stuck in a box. I have my routines of doing things, but I don't want to be told, yeah, sure, committing to meetings is one thing, but I think there's this part of me that I have my routine of doing things, but not everything needs to be on a dotted line on a specific time. And you probably would learn that about me when initially doing my readings. I was putting them out at a time that suited me. And obviously, planning is a different thing, and getting more structured in that approach, organized. But there's also that element here of having variety that makes you feel good about what you're doing. And I feel like that's what this is showing up here for you, Pisces, is that you need more than one thing to be going on to feel like enriched, okay? And that's kind of what's showing up here. So if it's got to do with the career, you're like, I'll figure this out. I'll figure my home time and I'll figure out my work time. I got this. But I think you need that. It gives you that spark, that energy that you seek. And we're seeing that too with this Chariot energy. I know that was a long whirlwind, and you're learning a bit about me, but it's just, I like the freedom in being rather than the freedom in being in a box, if that makes sense. So let's dive in a little bit deeper and see what else Spirit wants you to know to support your path and journey, Pisces. What else do we need to know here? We've got the Angel of Strength. Let's have I was going to say your power in this situation. Okay. What else do we need to know as the challenge? Okay, and the potential outcome. Cool. Okay, so whatever it is that you're doing, like I said, there's a newfound courage that I think you found within yourself, and you found courage, and you found confidence to do what you need to do, Pisces. And this is showing up quite bright. I'm liking it. I feel like you're quite protected wherever you're going, whatever path that you're leading to. Your power in this situation is this yin yang energy. And it's interesting because that is also about balance. And we talked about balance over here, but I feel this is a different balance. This is knowing what makes you feel balanced, what makes you feel connected. You know, there's just many aspects to each of us and how we operate. So it's finding your truth and your flow on what works for you. You know, some of us are not the 5 a.m. wake up people, you know. Other of us are really good at waking up at 7 and doing what we need to do and get a whole bunch done. Some of us like to work late. Some of us prefer to work early. Like, everyone's different. So if you're being told, well, you need to do this because this is how high performance and how it works, I'm going to tell you no. Okay. Some people, I think you got Roger Federers of the world, like tennis players who sleep 12 hours. Some people feel that they operate better sleeping 7. So you've got to learn you, your body, your makeup, the way that what's a driving force for you. Okay. So that's what I feel is your power right now, is knowing what works for you and what makes you feel whole and balanced in energy. Okay. The challenge showing up here is door to romance, and then the outcome is showing the 6th chakra. So maybe part of this challenge and the balancing out to find what's going to work and flow for you is around your relationship, or deepening your relationship at home with people that matter to you, obviously a significant other. This could also be too that you're very focused right now on your stability, your career and finances. So with someone new potentially coming on in, or really want to ramp up this you know, sexy time, it's kind of like, well, I want to, but I don't know if I have the capacity or want to put energy into that. But I think you're going to find your groove. You're really going to find your groove here, Pisces. But sometimes too, if we're very structured in our thinking, that can put a little bit of, what do we call it? You know, the path of least resistance. If it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. But if it feels fine, but you're just choosing not to, like, why are you choosing not to? Is it because you've just got some other focus? And that's cool. But I just feel like someone's coming in, or an opportunity is coming in to deepen a relationship or connect with a relationship, you know, that's a bit more heart-centered, loving. But there's something here, you know, I don't know. For some of you, maybe you're just not ready to open this part of your heart up, and you're really good with where you're at. But then as we look at the outcome here, there's something that you seem to know. There's some vision that you have. There's some understanding. And I just think you're really getting to know yourself very, very well, Pisces. I think you see yourself quite well. You're very self-aware. You recognize, I think you're seeing things really broadly, really open, and not just about yourself, with other people too. There's something special happening for you, Pisces, right now. Like, I feel like you're just expanding quite profoundly, like spiritually, your visions. Yeah, just the way you're seeing things in the world, and the connecting the dots to everything. It's huge. It's like you're rising up in some dimension, some timeline. It's like really cool. Really, really cool. So that's what I've got for you, dear ones. You know what? I'm going to get one of my self-care cards to see what we can do here. And let's see what Spirit wants you to know from a self-care perspective, and how you can best support yourself through this time. Well, we can't take all of them, but we can see the dollar signs there, right? Which one did you see first? Maybe that's your sign. You know, when they say, when you get those word someone might post a meme or something of that nature. What's the first word that you find, or the three words that you see in this find a word? They're the words of blah, blah, blah. So, okay, it's given us three. Let's just take it. What you need to know, loves. We've got beauty, kindness, and priorities. So, beauty. Today you are a curator of beauty. You are blessed with moments that let you know beyond a shadow of doubt that all is well in the world. And I'm feeling that for you. You're holding this Empress, right? This Empress energy. That's your groundedness, your trust. That's also like, I feel this star energy that's just infusing. There's something transforming about you, Pisces. Like I said, I'm just seeing you like rise up in like the spiritual awareness. Like it's deeper than just the physical world. There's something happening that's really cool. Kindness. This is a pretty cards. My daughter bought me this deck. What if being kind to yourself really could change everything? So true. So true. And that's a big one too. I think sometimes we give so much to other people that sometimes we forget that we're allowed to also give that to ourselves, you know, that kindness, that gentleness, that care. So priorities, interesting how we've got the juggling thing going on. The quality of your life is determined by how you spend your time. Make sure your schedule reflects the life that you want. And I can really see this here because that to me is what is balance. So that to me is what's power in balance. What truly ignites you, who you're spending your time with, and where you're putting your energy. And I feel like you know that. One thing that I like to do, usually I do it at the beginning of the year, and sometimes more than beginning of the year because you need to like check in with yourself. But it's looking at exactly like where you're spending your time, who you're spending it with, but more importantly, what are your priorities? Like what actually really matters to you, and what do you need to cut out of your life? What are your goals? And so to get to those goals, what are the focuses? Like if you put down 5 things that you wanted to do this year, if it was about like, let's say earning more money to buy a certain house or pay off a certain something. Maybe it's to do certain things with your family or friends. Maybe it's to get more fit if that's your thing, like whatever it is. If you're spending time doing everything else other than gets you to that, then you're spending your time on the wrong things. Taking care of yourself and being around people that make you feel good is really important part of that. Right? So I don't know, just have a think about it, Pisces, where you're putting your time, where you're putting your energy, because I feel that's going to be a big part of making everything work and fall into place. And it's a very strong move for you in all aspects of your life. So I'm going to leave that with you, dear ones. I'll catch you later. Bye now.